In this video, we're going to learn about adding and subtracting decimals using algorithm. It is very similar to using algorithms to add and subtract whole numbers, which I assume you are already familiar with. The key to adding or subtracting decimals is to ensure that the decimal points of all the numbers, including the answer, are in line. Once all the decimal points are lined up, the digits can be written, starting from the digits that are closest to the decimal point, then extending outwards without leaving any gaps in between. At the end, if there are any gaps at the beginning or end of the numbers, we fill them up with zeros to create neat columns. Then we start our addition or subtraction from the furthest to the right. Let's look at some questions together. This is how we align all the decimal points. Next, we write all the digits starting from the ones closest to the decimal point, which creates some gaps at the beginning and end of the numbers. We fill them up with zeros. It is now neat enough to start our addition. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 7 is 12. We can't write 12 in the answer. We write 2 only, and carry the 1 on the next column. Now 1 plus 1 plus 9, that is 11. We write 1, and carry 1 on the next column. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Lastly, 1 plus 0 is 1. Answer is 18.128. As you saw, we add column by column, starting from the furthest to the right. Another one. In this question, we are adding 3 numbers. Easy. We align all the decimal points, then the digits. We can see one gap, so we fill it up with a 0. Now we can start our addition. 5 plus 0 plus 9 is 14. We write 4 and carry 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. Plus 8 is 20. We write 0 and carry 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. Plus 3, that is 11. Plus 9 is 20. Answer is 20.04. Now with subtraction, it is the same thing. We align the decimal points and the numbers, then fill up with zeros. Remember, we always take away the bottom number from the top number. We can't take away 9 from 0 because 9 is bigger than 0. So 0 must borrow from 6. 6 becomes 5, and 0 becomes 10. Now we can subtract. 10 minus 9 is 1. Next, we need to take away 8 from 5. Same thing. 5 must borrow from 4. That makes the 4 becomes 3, and 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. Then for the rest, because we have reached the end anyways, we can say 13 minus 7, that is 6. So the answer is 6.71. Another subtraction question. The decimal points are aligned, as well as all the digits. Zeros in the gaps. Now we can start. 5 minus 0 is 5, then 0 minus 7. This is tricky because 7 is bigger than 0. Now the 0 must borrow, but the problem is that the neighbor digit is also 0. To solve this matter, the first 0 must borrow from 9 first. Now the 9 becomes 8, and the 0 becomes 10. Then the second 0 can now borrow, which changes the 10 to 9 and the 0 to 10. 10 minus 7 is 3, and 9 minus 8 is 1. Lastly, 8 minus 4 is 4, so the answer is 41.35. Let's finish off by a worded problem. Alan wants to raise $100 for the homeless. He already collected 3 donations of $30.20, $10.50, and $5. How much more does Alan still need to raise? We start by adding all the donations. That's $45.70. Now we need to subtract this amount from 100. I put it as 100 cents to fill up the columns. As you can see, we need to use borrowing, but the problem is that most of the digits are zeros. The only 0 that can borrow is the one next to the 1. So, 1 becomes 0, and 0 becomes 10. This 10 now can lend the second 0, and each one lends the next one. Then subtraction will be easy. The answer is $54.30. That's it.